Is it finally time that we're so back? I have to remember now how to turn this off. Okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me. That would be ideal. It would be very perfect if I came back finally after all these months and I did not have the mic on. Un momento, por favor. As I check the stream the old-fashioned way. Hey! I haven't wrecked it yet. Bro gets 1,000 subs and gets milk. Hey, I had 1,700. Give me a little bit more credit. I was even a little bit taller than that. And then I went and got milk for, honestly, more than a month. Like, a couple of months, in fact. This MLB TV is dead, guys. It decided to pick opening day to kill itself. On my return, no less, which I do take personally from Rob Manfred. I'm going to move the mic just a little bit and grab my beloved MacBook Air? I forgot the name of what this is. Okay, good. I do have a charge. That's a positive. If I can actually remember what my password is. Yeah, I don't know why it chose today to shoot itself in the face, but it selected this moment, a finite moment in time, to die. And I can't help but acknowledge the fact that is kind of funny. Also, I'm not trying to immediately play all of the hits. I'm really not. But the term on brand is echoing through my mind as I watch the stream on MLB TV just not work. And I really can't help but feel like that's the only word I can use for this. What's up, ready for the season? Hopefully I get to catch some of the Padres games since I'll be stationed there for the Navy. That would be really sick. But hey, baseball is baseball. I mean, Padres are not a bad watch. See some Tatis action. See some cool odd jersey action. Freaking, the Padres still have one of the better jerseys of the sport. I'm not gonna lie. Like their City Connect is so good. All right, I need to try to do a couple of things. I do have it on Baseball Savant already pulled up. The more things change, the more they stay the same. So worst comes to worst, I'm just going to sit here staring at a screen talking about, well, there was a pitch that was seemingly off the plate. I am actually going to cry if I miss the first. I'm going to have to go on Stream East, which I'm not happy about. But, you know, it is what it is. Mute. Play. Well, it appears that Stream East is working. Good job. Good job, boys. My base is literally behind the stadium. It's insane. That's so good, though. Altuve left field. This is going to be a painful season to watch. Okay, listen. That's the biggest elephant in the room. Because, like, my whole thought with that... Welcome back. Happy new season. Happy new season. Listen, Joshua. It's, I think multiple things are true at once. I don't think there's really a far outlier in the West. I think there are 3 teams that are going to challenge for it. I think the 3 of them legitimately all could make a run for it, and you could talk me into any of them going for it. Except for, like, the Angels and the Sacramento Athletics. Seeing that pop up, by the way, on, like, the schedule looks so weird to look at. I hate it with every fiber of my being. Yeah, no. The Altuve in left field thing. That's such an insane elephant in the room. Like, listen. I understood why it was a topic of conversation when they made the trades for Tucker, or trading away Tucker, and they bring in Paredes, and they want to try to bring Bregman back. And it was this like, yes, this tracks. This makes sense. This is a good call. You know, you're trying to keep your boys here, trying to keep the band all happy and together. Who is our first baseman? Great question. I am very unfortunately going to tell you that it is hold please. Brendan Rodgers, which is one of the moves of all time. I totally understood the Altuve moving to the outfield thing when you were trying to get Bregman to come back, but then he didn't, and so I would have thought the natural move there would have been, well, Alex Bregman is not here, so congratulations, Jose Altuve. You are playing the position you have always played in your life. It's going to be fascinating. Okay, so Purple Lemons brings up a great topic of conversation, which is, are you planning... no, so Christian Walker is first. So he is healthy. He is good to go. He's just playing first base. I do not know how long the Altuve in left field adventure is going to go. It's going to be an interesting experiment. And we're going to ride it out for as long as it goes. Anyway, back to the series thing. This is going to be like half of this live stream, not a broadcast. Half of this live stream is quite literally going to be me talking about what the hell happened last year. Because there's a lot to go off of with that. And yeah, there's going to be a lot about that, and there needs to be. My plan, and I'm sure there are going to be some exceptions. I am sure there are going to be some weeks where I work a hot bit more and a hot bit less. I would very much like to do every game again. Now, if that happens or does not happen, we're going to watch play out. I'm going to do my very best and try. And I think worst case scenario, it's going to be every series. Like, I think a lot of this is going to be talking about why it went so weird last season, because I genuinely do owe... Like, I feel like I owe the entirety of the channel a good explanation, especially anyone who is watching this stream, because at that point, like, we have all talked for hours and hours and hours on every one of these streams. A solid explanation. Noah hitting it with Life It Happens is very close to it. Like, you're not wrong. Unfortunately, life do simply just be happening. And it's not fun. Because what I did here, and what I've done here, has been the most fun. Yeah, stream is still not working on MLB, which is just great job, boys. Fromber isn't wearing blue. Why aren't we in blue today? That's so whack. No, another large part of why I'm saying I think there's a better than zero chance that this season I'm going to be able to go back to, like, almost every game. See, obviously there's going to be a lot of explanation. The biggest part of it is my brain was not smart last year. And I thought, hey, if I work mornings, I'll have all evening to watch the game and make a video. If I'm working 6 to, like, 12, then I don't gotta worry about missing the games at night. What I completely forgot about that was, hey, if you work at 6 in the morning, you probably need to be getting to bed at, like, 10 o'clock. And, yeah, I did not do that. I don't think that's it, Benny, because the Braves are wearing, or not the Braves, the Brewers are wearing their like dark blue and yellow alternate. The Orioles are wearing their black jerseys, so I don't think it's like you have to wear your home and away. At the very least, I know you don't have to wear your away. It might be you have to wear the like white home, but I don't know. But yeah, no, my entire brain glitch was like, oh, if I work mornings, then I'll watch the games. Completely ignoring the fact, oh wait, I gotta get the McCullers jersey. Not the McCullers jersey, the McCullers necklace out. Yeah, no, I just completely didn't think about the fact that I need to be getting to sleep. And that was a large part of it. Like, that was 90, not 90%, that was a solid 60% of why the videos got so messed up last year. Was just the weirdness of like, oh wait, I need to be awake and like on my game at work and not just sitting there like half asleep. And that was a large part of it. Ranger season just started. We were facing Alex Bregman on the Red Sox. I'll keep you updated on how he does. He's hitting a home run against you guys. Like, and that's not me being a hater against you. That's me being a hater against the Astros themselves. Because he's just going to do that. Actually, no. Can I be a hater against Scott Boras more than anything else? That's what I would like to be a hater of. Also, it's not Minute Maid Park anymore, and I hate everything. If that was not abundantly clear. This is the juice box, and I'm going to refer to it as Minute Maid Park. Not deliberately, not as this act of defiance, just as my brain will not let me not do that. Because I have quite literally not known a different ballpark for any of my teams. Like, MetLife has been MetLife since I have been a fan of the Jets. MSG has been the name of the Ranger Stadium literally since the beginning of time. And I have only known Minute Maid Park. Like, I'm not physically capable of calling it anything else. And I'm not going to lie to you. I've only seen pictures of it, and I think it's Dakin. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it properly. So there's also that. Also, don't worry, boys. I know what you were concerned about. The caffeine problem has not gone away. It has just changed a little bit. I have this handy-dandy 7 Energy that I took from work. You left off at the Diamondback series. I wonder what happened to the 2024 Astros. Oh, no, the season got canceled and then never picked back up. Anyway. Here, Bregman, your market is so huge, and you will get... Yeah, no, the Scott Boras thing was awful. Like, that was a massive whiff. Beardless Altuve is the weirdest looking thing. Like, I love Jose Altuve with all of my heart. But him in left field without a beard is just... Him without a beard is zero aura. Can I say that? Like, don't worry, fellas. By the way, I do have new words for the channel, and they are appropriate. Quasi. I might even say skibbity a couple of times. And I will make myself laugh. He starts clean shaven every year, I think. I understand that, but it's awful. We have 2 more seasons, then we get the lockout. No! No, we're not getting locked out again. Anyway, I was going to say, I have this handy-dandy 7 Energy because the caffeine addiction has not died. It has just changed slightly. As I effectively get every little bit. It's in the lore book. That's the last time there was a lockout, we won the World Series. I know, but I don't want to wait 2 more years. I want it to happen now. Is that Cam Smith wearing number 11? He looks good in 11. Who was the last Astro to wear 11? Like, he looks solid. Also, oh, it probably was Gaddis. All right, I'm going to do this so I don't see the chat anymore. Bregman had a had a base hit. Ah, ayo. So if you can't tell, James, I like them a lot. To be quite honest, they were some of the better jerseys I've seen. I love the old Space City. I love a good dark blue uni. Jeff Kent? No, I love a good dark blue uni. And so the Space City jerseys are always going to be special. I also love the fact that it said Space City upon it. However, I think this is everything right about like a collage jersey. Because a lot of teams have done jerseys where it's like trying to be a little piece of every bit of their history. And they sometimes kind of botch it. And the Astros simply didn't. Also, it's strike one for... and the graphic on Space City Houston has already messed up. It says that there is a runner on first base. Great job, boys. Got to get through the opening day hiccups early. Oh! What a catch by Pena to start the season. Oh, boys. Air Pena going up and getting it. What a jump. Hoo-hoo-hoo! Robbed Altuve of a play is crazy. No, I think this is like everything that a collage jersey should be. I love the fact that it just says Stros on it, by the way. That's so sick. I love when they can use the nickname of like a team and it fits. So just putting Stros there, magnifique. I love on the shoulder the like blue whatever it is, the weird coloration, the weird pattern design. I really like that. I love the ombre that they do on the letter, or not the letters, the numbers for the jersey. Toughly hit ground ball. Soto is the first base runner of the season for the New York Mets, and there is a runner aboard now against Framber Valdez, which will likely get erased with a double play because it's Framber Valdez. Well, Framber wants to give up contact, season's over. It's cooked, boys. So obviously, Altuve is still here. But now the infield has no remaining memory of the 2017 Houston Astros team. Christian Walker, Brendan Rodgers, Jeremy Pena, and Isaac Paredes as the final member of that 2017 infield has moved to the... Rodgers is wearing number 1? Buddy! That's psychotic. It's a moon pattern after the new moon surface. That's so freaking cool. I see it now that you say that. That's so freaking cool. I think that's really well done. I like the ombre of the sleeve. I think that's cool. The ombre on the numbers in the back is really cool because it starts out as like a dark orange, a light orange, and then the yellow. I think that's really well done. I love the fact that it has a part of the shooting star. If I'm not mistaken, the font is from the late 90s, early 2000s, which I think is a really nice touch. It's everything that I think a collage should be. And I can't give them enough props for getting it. Like, listen, you get some things right when you make a jersey. Rarely do you get them this right. And I just think that's so good. The only thing that I think you could change, and that I would say the other jersey did, like, significantly better, I like that this one has this. I like this patch. I think it's cool. I really loved the other one, because it was the Texas flag with the Astros colors, and then it had the 4 area codes on it. I thought that was really well done. It's close to the font that was used from 94 to 99. We switched to the red brick era. Okay, I couldn't remember if that was... So it was just the late 90s. Like, it's beautiful. It is such a good jersey. Got a text from work saying, please call Tony T. Drippy from now on. Which now brings about the question, well, yes, but why? And walk to Pete Alonso, who did stay with the Mets after long discussion. We do not need those jerseys again, Alex. I really hate to be the one to, like, pee in your cornflakes. Those jerseys were not good. I don't like any of those red jerseys. I think it was such a misstep, to be quite honest. Ground ball, hit towards Pena, throw to first. Christian Vasquez, tall, goes up, gets it, out number 2. They will have 2 runners aboard at second and third, but Pena, another tough play. Getting it done. Tracking it through... Corona, you're simply wrong. Tracking it through Juan Soto, by the way, which is no small feat. Like, that was a really solid play all the way there by Jeremy Pena, who, after all of this time, seeing him really look good again. Big swing and a miss there from Brandon Nimmo. You're also wrong. The Red Bricks were the... No, they weren't! Dude, I'll rank the jerseys on the thing. Send him to left field. Altuve... You can take Altuve out of the infield, but you cannot take Altuve being Altuve away from anyone else. Altuve went up to get that. He went airborne to go get that from Ra Myers. Our short king is still our short king. Anyway, so he's definitely homering, right? All right, let's take a peeksy doodle. So the Francisco Lindor line... Whoo, boys! Francisco Lindor lineout had the expected batting average of .810. Caught by Jeremy Pena. The single by Juan Soto had the expected BA of .480. Lordy Lou. And the Mets leave the first inning with an expected batting average of .369. By the way, if you thought I wasn't going to be immediately talking about expected batting average, by God, do you feel dumb? I bet you thought that I wouldn't immediately come back and bring it up. Where's expected Wobacon? How can I get expected Wobacon for one at bat? I need to know. Red Bricks, Tequila Sunrise, Modern Era, Late 90s Gold, in that order. I don't... Nice. Benny, it's beautiful. Corona, I will hurt you. Okay, I'm trying to think now. I want to try to give, like... Okay, but what about, like, the old, like, Shooting Star ones? Like, the old ones. Not quite the Colt 45s, but, like, right after that. Like, those were some clean jerseys. I liked those a lot. I'm aware that, like, I'm gonna be very biased to the Modern Era. But, like, Clay Holmes, you are not Justin Verlander. I'm trying to think. Ball 1 to Altuve. Low and away from Clay Holmes. Altuve took a first pitch, which might be the first time he's ever done that. And I'm kind of proud of him. So much restraint, so much ready for the Canadian series. Canada isn't a real place. Oh, wait, is it gonna... Wait, guys, I almost forgot. Is it gonna be the return of the frickin' Astros play the Blue Jays in the early part of a season and I melt down? That was not a string. Blue, take it from me. A person who is nowhere... near where you are at. Quite literally 1,028 miles away from that stadium. Take it from me. That was not a strike. And that's pretty much what you expect. Altuve strikes out swinging. And I say that not in a negative connotation. That's just a very Altuve way to go about it. Altuve is a perpetual child. And I mean that not in a bad way. What I mean when I say that Altuve is a perpetual child is he will never grow up and not be the, like, very giddy child on opening day and in big moments. And most of the time that doesn't come back to bite you, but also sometimes it very much does. Thoughts on automated strike zone? It's so tricky because ultimately I think there definitely have been some games where, like, the strike zone has mattered. And back to what I was saying. Sorry, I was slightly distracted from something. The Josh thing. I understand why the automated strike zone is becoming contentious, and with every passing year is like, we should do the automatic strike zone. We need to do that. I get why, because all it takes is one game to be ruined by an outside source, and it's insane. Like, here is my thing, right? Imagine if... This is going to be the dumbest analogy I've ever made, but I do love me an analogy. And anyone who's been here for a while knows that I love me some analogies. Right, let's say, for some reason, in, like, a game of baseball, like, for somehow, some way, some reason, a fan took the field in between, like, left and center field, right? And had a uniform on, had a glove in his hand, and was there. And you're like, oh my god. Like, that is insane. Why is he doing there? Get him off the field. But then the fan's like, oh, no. There is a special clause in some random page of the book that says he can be there if he meets a certain criteria. And then he makes the game-winning catch because he simply is standing there and puts his hand up, right? I swear to God, I'm going to bring this back to the strike zone. I promise you. Right? It's an external factor affecting a game. If one fan did that, you would not ban all fans from games. Because that's stupid as hell. There is not a big enough effect for me of, like, umpires truly affecting games. They can affect an at-bat. But ultimately, and I've complained about umpires in the past with zones. My biggest critique is always consistency. I don't care if if you for the entire game are giving the pitcher this much extra off the plate, that's fine. If it's going both ways and you're calling it every time, perfect. We're all good. I don't care. It's when there's the, like, it's hit or miss and it's affecting one team clearly more than the other. Also, I think you'd be greatly taking a lot of money out of some catcher's pocket, and I don't love that. That's where my bigger issue amounts to. Like, there are too many good catchers that make a lot of their money and a lot of their living off of being good framers. That's an important part of the catcher position. And I think taking it out just kind of could make it lazy. Yordan Alvarez draws a walk. In other news, water is wet. Like, catcher framing to me is relatively important, and I like that being in play. I understand why you'll see a terribly called game by an umpire, and Whew. Beautiful play there. Each shortstop makes a beautiful play off of a line drive to make a big out in their innings. So the Astros head to the second inning, scoreless. And this is going to be where I take a little break from talking, because I have a little treat for you guys. I was walking through Target last night, and I found some Topps Series 1 baseball cards. So I purchased a box. The box is over there. I took the cards out of the box. But I have 7 packs of them, which is not too shabby. So we're going to open 1 pack for every inning, except for the 2nd and 7th, because I don't like them. So we have 7 to open, and we're going to go through them. Hopefully I get some Astro cards. Here's the beautiful thing, because I'm sure I know what you guys are thinking, which is, Weston, do you know anything about baseball cards? Absolutely not. The way I value cards is there a player that I like? Not even is there a good player. I don't get up for like the All-Stars or the MVP caliber players. I don't really care for them. You give me some weird, like if I pull a Jesse Winkler out of here, it's over. I'm going to the moon. If I pull a Garrett Stubbs card, you guys aren't even ready for the reaction I'm going to have. Like, if I open one of these, what's so funny is if I did do that, I still wouldn't know the value of it. And if it was someone I didn't like, I'd be like, ah, it sucks. Ah, crap. Gotta go through these quickly. There's already a Mookie Betts card, so that's pretty interesting. Mookie Betts, it looks like this. Tell me if that's good or not. I genuinely don't know what baseball cards mean. We have a Dylan Dinger card. Dingler. That's not better for him. Jose Altuve! Hey! We got a good one, boys! Alright. Altuve, I don't care about anything else. Randy Arozarena. Hunter, not trying to pronounce that. Christopher Morel, which is a Ray. That is the most Ray-ass player I've ever heard. The entirety of the Detroit Tigers. I do not like that because they beat us last year. Abraham Toro. All right. There we go. How about that? Abraham Toro. Now we're cooking with gas. Come closer to the screen. No, this is significantly funnier. Josh Naylor. I like that card because that's a funny name. Corbin Carroll. Zach Wheeler. And Christian Mahina. What a beautiful pack. What a beautiful first opening. I think my favorite, I mean, obviously the Altuve card is my favorite one. Wachow, look at that bad boy. Hopefully that shows up on camera even a little bit. Fromber hit a guy. Yeah, no, I did see that. I was too busy dialed in on my glorious king, Jose Altuve, to acknowledge the fact that Fromber made another boo-boo, of which he makes many. Also, I understand that you guys are like, come closer to the screen. I want to see if anything that you got is good. I need you to it is significantly more entertaining for me to just tell you what I got. And not know. Because, like, maybe this Mookie Betts card, because there's definitely stuff on it that makes it look like a specialty card. Like, maybe that's good. Maybe that's an all-timer card. Maybe it's worth $1 million. I don't know. Do I care? Probably not. It's Mookie Betts, which is kind of cool. And he's smiling. Maybe the real $1 million value... Altuve with a nice play in left field. Maybe the real $1 million value is that happy-go-lucky smile that Mookie Betts is always sporting. Except for right now. That is a very fair point. He is not great at the moment. I got 3 rookie cards in it, which is kind of funny. Dingler is an insane name. Like, that is... Noah, it's been a while since I've actually watched baseball. You've got to give us anything here. You got to give me something here. The Zach Wheeler card is funny. Oh my god. I do have the full roster that we could go over a little bit. Because, like, it's not bad. I don't think there's, like, a mistake on it, really. I am deeply disappointed that Chas McCormick is not starting today, but that has significantly less to do with anything of actual note and more just me. You put baseballs in it, guys? Are you serious? That's the big surprise? You put baseballs in the train, and you expect me to be happy. I will never be happy with that. I will hurt every one of you. Entirely forgot. I was looking up the roster. That's what I was going to go over. How could I forget? So, pitchers. The obvious ones are obvious. That's hit into center field. Myers coming in, makes a nice little catch, puts it away for out number 2. Nothing too shabby. Obvious ones, right? Ronel Blanco, obvious breakout player last year, phenomenal. Hunter Brown, up and down. I think he's going to be getting better with time. I'm not too concerned. Spencer Spaghetti Man Arrighetti. Took me way too long to get that. Arrighetti. Guys, I'm finally there. Obvious one again. Josh Hader, obvious one again. Brian Abreu, obvious one there. Brian King, which I'm actually pretty happy to see that. Montero's the question mark. I don't think you could have saved money by optioning him immediately, but he's there again. Taylor Scott, which, as we all know from last season, I became a massive Taylor Scott supporter. Hayden Wesniewski, which is the closest I will ever come to playing baseball. Framber Valdez, obvious ones. Steve Okert, interesting move. Ryan Gusto, which I like the last name, might I say. And Luis Contreras. I know incredibly little about most of these players. Ground ball to Isaac Paredes, fielded by Christian Walker, and the Astros are through 2, scoreless. I have high hopes for Sinner. I agree. I simply need you to understand, Alex, you're wrong. Is Scott? What? I'm sorry, I'm totally losing it. Is that how you say that? There's no way that is how that's pronounced. One second. That's not how you pronounce that name. Noah, who are you talking about? Okay. I didn't need that immediately. Listen, just because I mispronounced Arrighetti for an entire season does not give you any reason to critique me other than the fact that I should be critiqued extreme, like to the highest level. Oh, Isaac. Isaac? Isaac. Isaac? Isaac. Okay. Isaac. We're not going down the old pathways, boys. We're gonna correct ourselves. We're gonna get there. I'm not gonna lie, for a brief moment, I thought you were talking about Okurt, and I'm like, how do you get Isak from... I thought you were saying that Isak was how you pronounce Okurt, and I'm like, in the nicest way possible, I do not believe that you are correct, and that is bloody rich coming from me. I like how on all of the Topps cards they have like located the place where the person plays. I think that's really neat. And I think it's really funny that they do that, especially because Altuve now no longer plays second base. MLB TV is back. Oh my god. Finally. Yiner puts one into the corner. Nice running catch there. To put it away out number one. All right, I'm going to check it. Cam Smith becoming the Astros equivalent to CJ Stroud would bring me so much joy. Listen, I think Cam Smith is going to be okay this year. I'm really trying to like dial in my expectations. Peñagon. Fellas, a second pitch has hit the Peñagon. And demonetized. Where is the Astros game? I know you're not hiding from me that well. Or maybe you bloody are. Listen. Why is it not live? I don't want to see old things. Oh, Cam Smith has now gotten a base hit. Pena over to third base. And la 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 la. That is actual recording footage. And I'm not trying to get deep with the demonetization. I'm talking loudly until I mute the television. Because I would like to not lose my channel. Alright. I do want to see the actual footage of Cam Smith hitting this hit. Or getting this hit. Yeah, nice. Just a little grounder. Little grounder up the way. Nothing too shabby there out of Cam Smith. Things you love to see. So nothing too bad out of him. The Astros now are finally threatening. So they're going to have runners at the corners. Brendan Rodgers up to bat. Correa Rodgers now. What if I call him Correa Rodgers just to irritate people? He's hitting 1,000. Stop the count. He's got a righteous beard and flow going on. I can't lie. Like, it's like if Tyler White and Garrett Cole had a love child. More lore for the book. Cam Smith with a hard hit ball, by the way, for that hit. My little boy made some contact on that ish. Nothing too shabby there. Also, because life is eternal pain, the Yiner Diaz flyout had an 850 expected batting average on it. And the Christian Walker one had a 720. Because why wouldn't they do that? Roger stepping in. 2-2 is the count. Clay Holmes kind of struggling right now. Already at 30 pitches through 2 innings. I don't exactly know what Frombers is through 2. 25, but he was all the way through 2. Holmes right now at 30, still with only 1 out in the second here. Obviously, that could change on quite literally one ball because all it would take is a little grounder right to the second baseman, and all of a sudden you're, you're kaput. But, assuming they don't do that, the Astros could do some damage here. Even just a sac fly right now would be pretty nice. Listen, like, I'm not going to lie. I did not watch every game last year intently. The ones that I did watch, I didn't even watch that intently. But immediately, I also am aware that we did not work counts. Like, that luckily is one of the... Luckily, it was something that they did so bad that even me last year, watching the very little that I did, I still picked up on a lot of the glaring issues. The key among them, oh my god, they could not do anything in the box. Like, it was pretty much over within the first, like, 2 pitches. Because you were either down 0-2 in them, or you were already, like, frickin'... You would hit a home run, you would hit a double, you had done something. Ground ball, Myers, foul ball. Stares Pena dead in the face for some reason. What sucks is now I'm eager to open another card pack, but I hate the second inning, so I can't yet. I gotta wait till the third's over with, which is unfortunate. It's not Banger Celsius, by the way. Don't worry. Also, I'm not sure if it's even really notable or if there is much of a difference. Another ground ball that is to Francisco Lindor. 1 out, made safe at first base. The Astros have a run. A productive fielder's choice out by Jake Myers. Couldn't place it there for a second. The Astros are on the board 1-0. The inning will continue against Clay Holmes, although there is 2 outs, but there will still be runners at the corners. The Astros have taken the first lead of 2025. Myers has got to get his helmet readjusted because both times he took off out of the box, his helmet fell off. Which is not great. Now, Altuve can simply put one into the Crawford boxes. They're still the Crawford boxes, right? Please, for the love of God. I don't know why they... Like, there would be no reason to change them. But would be devastating. Obviously, I'm like, that's not something that I... Because, like, correct me if I'm wrong. The Crawford boxes is just a... Like... That's just a fan slang term, right? That's not, like, a technical, like... Or is there a brand deal with them being the Crawford boxes? It will always be the Crawford box. Okay, I wasn't sure if there was a brand thing involved with that. Or if it was more slang, if it was, like, bought at the very beginning. Heard. That, okay. So I was half right, but also... Listen. Would devastate me. Like, would devastate me. Because Minute Maid Park changing devastates me. Like, even I'm a simple man, dude. I just want to call it the juice box. I just want to call them the Crawford boxes. And I just want to see the train go. I just want to see the train start up. That's all I need. Full count to Altuve. Strikes out. Unfortunate. Altuve will never let us down fully. He'll be back. So, not a bad inning. You get out of it with a run. Listen, you're through it to there. I'm gonna peek the. Give me some. Not gonna give me anything. You're so cruel to me, baseball savant. You're already making them uncomfortable, which is a positive. You already have Clay Holmes at almost 40 pitches through 2 innings. Not that Fromber's 25 through 2 is stellar, but you have a run to show for it and they do not, which is a positive. Like, it's the little victories. Also, this is something that I will ask because I'm interested in what y'all think about it. I did get a new mic. I got it like 3 days ago. It actually has USB-C in it, which is the biggest change from the last one to this one. I listened to it very lightly. Cam Smith did get his first hit. Bottom of the order, could low T turn into a strength? Listen. Like, Cam Smith is going to be good. I don't know if he'll be great this year. I think he's going to be solid. Like, that was a point that I was getting into a little bit ago. I don't think he's going to be a rookie of the year. I don't think he's going to be nominated for it. I would love him to. Like, if that is how the cookie... if that's how it shakes out, and he ends up being this unreal stud, and just lights the world on fire, wins rookie of the year, that'd be awesome. I am hoping for that. I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be like a 110 to 115 WRC plus player. I think he's going to be a plus glove. He's not... Here's the biggest trap that you can't fall for. He's not going to be Pena. He's not going to be Jordan. All right? You cannot expect this child to go into left field and produce at a rate like Jordan did his rookie year offensively, or a defensive way that Pena did his rookie year. Now, if he does, that would be really cool. That would be awesome if he does. But if you go into it expecting him to be this unbelievable player, you're going to set him up for the failure that Anthony Volpe and Domingue Germán had with the Yankees, which is very quickly becomes an unhealthy relationship. Or Jason Dominguez. Domingue Germán, where am I at mentally? Like, I think there is every possibility that he has a very solid rookie year. Maybe he gets a vote or two. Domingue Germán for the Yankees, I'm pretty sure he just went into protocols. No, I agree that he's going to be great in like 2-3 years. Like, listen, by the year 2027, he is going to be making all-star teams. He's going to be getting those, like, Silver Slugger or nominations. He's going to be getting the Gold Gloves. I think those will come. I think he's going to be a very, very good player. But immediately out of the gate, just being like, yeah, this dude's going to win Rookie of the Year. Yeah, he's going to be that guy. I am skeptical. Well, no, Alex, that's going to happen in like 3 weeks. When Altuve... Listen, I think Altuve is too polite. Altuve is too polite to say, put me back at second base. And what very likely could happen, I would simply walk Juan Soto right now, by the way, because it's 3-0, and I'm not putting a pitch over the plate. Like, simply walk him. That was not a strike, but thank you. Got to dial back into the point I was going to make there. Which I don't reckon I can now. So very unfortunate. Completely went off the rails. Weston being rational is not something... Altuve being too nice, thank you. Oh my god, I almost lost it. He seems like the type of person that if you were, like, out with him at dinner and he hated his food, he'd be like, no, it's fine. And he would, like, politely chew through half of it. You would send it back for him, and then he'd be like, yeah, no, that was inedible. That is the way that a Jose Altuve is. Altuve would learn to pitch if you looked at him really nicely and said, please. And also, hello, Heather. Welcome back. It's been far too long. No, Altuve is too kind of a soul to not, or to say no. And so he's playing left field because you physically need him to. And when the time comes that either another minor leagues outfielder is cooking and you can call them up and have Chaz step into left field consistently, and then you go, well, you know, we could just put Altuve back in the infield, I think we'll go, yes, you should do that. But he is not going to go out there and just be like, oh yeah, I want to be second base. That's my position. Which, like, side note, is insane that literally the best second baseman of our generation simply moved to left field. Like, that is diabolical that this is the move. Wes still holding on to Chaz. I'm gonna hold on to him forever. Guys, I need you to understand something. Like, no one's noticed it yet. Look really closely at the cup up here. Take a deep dive at it. Take a good long look. And you're gonna notice something about it. Right? You see the cup up here? Like right there? I'm trying to figure out where my hand is. Not even remotely close. That cup, you see it, boys? It is a Garrett Stubbs cup. Holy Lord. Bats are, like, shattering in a weird way right now. Listen, I think that he should be on a leash, and that's fine. Whenever you've diminished... As his role has diminished, aside from last season, he got better. I am not of the opinion that a 28-year-old outfielder who had a 130 WRC plus just forgets. Like, I think he still could be an okay outfielder. I'm not saying he's going to go get MVP votes. I'm saying he's solid. I was so confused as to what that umpire was looking at. They are not trying to put the bat back together. I am sure that that is, like, to sell, but also that is hilarious. Dude, Andre Scrub, everyone in that 2020 bullpen should just be, like, kept in a Truman Show reality somewhere. Like, I want to know what they're doing. Because that was the weirdest bunch of fellas I've ever seen in my life. Trevor Bauer should do things that I'm not going to say so I don't get demonetized. Interesting. Walker signed for that defense. Walker's good. Defensive first basemen are kind of important, guys. Anyway. No, because you had Andre Scrub, you had Enoli Paredes, who was unmatched. You guys are going to make me do the thing, aren't you? Which is I'm going to go to Baseball Reference, and I'm going to find that 2020 bullpen. And we're going to look at it, and we're just going to admire it. We're not gonna be too harsh. We're just simply going to acknowledge that that team existed. Oh, Blake Taylor. God, take me back, baby. You had Andre Scrub with a 1.90 ERA and a 4.25 FIP. You had Blake Taylor with a 2.18 ERA and a 5.5 FIP. You had Brandon Belak, who was great until I said it'd be like that sometimes, and then he fell off a cliff. Josh James was on that bullpen. How did Josh James get into 13 different games, 17 innings with a 7.27 ERA? Josh James pitched over a sixth of that season, like in a sixth of the games. You had Brooks Raley, who was like the anti-everybody else. Luis Garcia started becoming a guy then. You had frickin' Nivaldo Rodriguez. He wasn't good, but he was there. Brandon Bailey, baby. How about that name? Haven't heard that in a second. Oh, my God. Brian Abreu. Oh, my God. 2 innings of Brad Peacock. How about that? Chris Davinsky with a beautiful 14 ERA in his 3 innings. Yeah, Joe Biagini with a 20 ERA. Holy God. How did that team... Listen, I'm not trying to be, like, an ass about this. I'm really not. That team... That team had a 95 ER or WRC plus as a team. OPS plus, pardon me. And a 4.31 ERA. How did they even win 29 games? How were they only 1 game under 500? What was their run differential that season? How did they score more than they allowed? Do you guys remember when Dusty Baker sent the wrong pitcher out to warm up for an inning, tried to pull him off, and then they had to roll with him anyway, and that pitcher was Brooks Raley? And, like, it works, so everyone's just like, haha, that's kind of funny. Like, that was not a real year. Had the Astros won 2020, I would have been fine with it being questioned. Dude, Pat, we made it to Game 7 of the... with a 4A bullpen. Not even a 4A bullpen. Never forget that... Like, Dusty Baker was here recently, which is crazy to think about. Orioles are laying it on him. Kansas City's kind of putting some numbers up. 3-0 Royals over the Guardians. 3-0 Reds over the Giants. The Padres have a 2-1 lead. The White Sox are winning a game. Holy crap, guys. The White Sox are winning a game right now. 3-0. That matches them for their total run scored of all last season. The Marlins are winning 1-0 with Sandy Alcantara. Skeens has 5 strikeouts through 3 innings as his team trails, which is very lore accurate for them. Jordan strikes out, which is unfortunate. Dude, this is a weird team we follow, right? Like, this is a weird team. Like, what a silly, goofy bunch of characters that we let it control our lives. Also, I did ask a question earlier and no one responded to it, which is, how do you like the new mic? I genuinely want to know if the quality is, like, any different at all. I didn't listen to it much, and obviously as the season continues, that's just a beautiful pitch by Clay Holmes. To get it 1-1 on Walker. No, I peeked at it. I liked it quite a bit. Walker, another laser beam. This one into left field. That one is down on the ground and for a base hit. The Astros will have 2 runners aboard. Anyways, I want to check. That's got to be racist somehow, right? James Click. God, I miss you with all of my heart, James. Yainer Diaz now with 2 men aboard, 1 out. Clay Holmes is laboring. That one's up the middle, a base hit. Coming in on it. Throw is home. Paredes. What the... What? What was that? We had Nori Aoki. Hell yeah, bro. What was that weird windmill save by the whoever was covering home plate there? It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Also, the first hit with runners in scoring position in quite literally a decade. Slightly exaggerating there. The Astros have a 2-0 lead over the Mets, and Jeremy Pena, the man with titanium triceps, steps in. Grounds one foul. Dude, Pena could... You're saying that his stance looks a little bit different. I'm going to try... Pena, grounder, could be 2... Into the dugout, it looks like. 1 run will come home. Jeremy Pena, another productive out. The Astros... 3 runs, only 1 RBI base hit. But, you know, it's a 3-0 Astros lead. And, fellas, I think it's time that old Weston pulls out an old saying from the bag here. I think it's time we dial back. And I bring out one of my golden phrases. We're going dad knee out on camera for this one. As I say, listen here, son, and I'm going to tell you a tale. You know, you put the ball in play, boys, and you make the other team make the mistake. Corona, I'm not trying to flex on the people, but if you do bring it up, I will say, yes. I have been trying to dial in significantly harder, actually. Hockey has been great. I've played a lot more hockey than usual, also. Mostly because I'm way too polite to tell people no. Is he safe? That was close, man. That looked close at first. But it does not appear they're going to challenge. Yeah, no, hockey is a beautiful thing because you just do it a bunch and then you continue to, like, become more... I also realized a very important thing about the hockey thing is I'm like, wait, no, I need to actually, like, be in shape to then play better hockey and not play hockey to play better hockey. So 3-0 Astros. Now you put the ball in play and you make the other team make a mistake. I said that a lot with the 2022 team and the 2021 team. And I said that because, yes, they are really good at the 3 true outcomes, and that is what helped them a lot. Yes, they are a good team anyway. They do a lot of the right things sabermetrically, or as far as the sabermetrics go. Right? They do the hard hit balls. They pitch the way they're supposed to. There is nothing wrong with... Like, here's the thing. Whether you win or lose a game, you're going to make somewhere between 24 and 27 outs. You're going to make that many outs anyway. Why not have those outs be in play? You could win a game by 30 and you still have to make 27 outs if you're the road team. Make those outs be in play. And the worst that could happen is you're out. Strikeouts accomplish nothing. So why not have them be productive? We got Francisco Lindor this time. And I'm sure you guys would love to see that. Mackenzie Gore. Jock Peterson as a Diamondback. That one's going in the keep pile. That is an Italian name, which means I will not be pronouncing it. Ryan Hensley. Pedro Leon. Hey, oh, boys. We're cooking now. How about that? Xavier Edwards. Jonah Heim. Am I sacrilegious for putting Jonah Heim in the keep pile? Jake Bloss. Tarek Skubal from Detroit, even though he is pain. Got Dylan Cease. Got Will Brennan. And a greatest hits card. Shohei Ohtani, walk-off grand slam to 40-40. Which may be worth something or nothing. I do not know. Listen. There are fools and there are damn fools. And then there are people that learn from their mistakes. And you can say a lot about me, but I'm going to learn from my mistakes. Yet I'm the supposed racist. Listen, man. No comment. Is how I'm. That sounds really wrong. No, my 2 favorite things to say. I have 3 things that I... Shut up. I have 3 things that I'm very... They're sort of the catchphrases here. Which is... You put the ball in play and you make the other team have to make the mistake. That's one of my favorite things. Expectations, the gateway to disappointment, is one of my favorite phrases. Again, Stairs and Jets. I'll make that joke myself. Is that the first strikeout for... Second strikeout for Fromber. And my last thing that I love to talk about... I almost forgot it. I actually did forget it. I will talk about the Justin Fields thing in a second here. Starling Marte here as Valdez steps in. Grounder gobbled up by Paredes. Throw to first. Well in time. Holy. Not even a close play there. The infield defense already looks phenomenal. Like, truly, truly spectacular. close enough. Welcome back, Alex Bregman. Listen, they're looking good, defensively speaking. Got nothing to complain about there. Strike one there. Okay, so here's the funny story about the Justin Fields thing, right? I was at work when it happened, when they signed him, and I was helping conduct interviews. We were hiring people, and it was the first time I was getting to do that, which I was very happy about. I'd not badgered, but I was like, hey, I really want to sit in for interviews. I want to keep doing that kind of stuff. And, well, the news breaks. I have my phone, like, down, not even in my pocket, because I know if it vibrates, I'll, like, instinctively go to check it. So it's sitting next to me on a seat. I'm not looking at it in the slightest. My manager, midway through a sentence, picks her phone up, reads the message from ESPN saying that they signed him, and just slides the phone over to me. And I'm like, what is happening? And I look at it, and I'm trying not to completely look unserious as I hold it in. Because I am very happy with the Justin Fields signing. I think that's probably the best way to go right now. If you're trying to, like, compete this season. And also, even if you're not trying to compete this season, if you're thinking, like, 3 years down the line, I think that's a fine move. I don't love that you only sign him for 2 years, because that probably means we're going to be mid this year, probably be great next year, make a playoff run, and then he gets to be like, hey, so actually, $50 million per season, guys. And then you're going to have a fun little... No, yeah, you're kind of right there. You're going to have a fun discussion when, you know, Fields leads you to the playoffs in 2 years, and then you have to pay him or let him walk. And you're stupid, so you're probably going to let him walk. But we're gonna deal with that in due time. You know, as I was sitting there trying to hold it together, as I was deep down just, like, over the moon about the Jets getting Fields, as soon as they left and I did have a free moment, I did do the flying plane celebration around the building. Because I'm serious. Or unserious. But I like it. I think it's probably the better of the moves that were available. I mean, obviously you'd already let Rodgers go. That ship had well sailed. So I think it's a fine decision. Here's the thing. And I've said this before to no avail. They legitimately have broken me to the point where they are not getting the benefit of the doubt that they're even going to be mediocre until they make a playoff run. Like, until it is the postseason, hit well to deep center, Myers back on it, Camp's under it, out, number 3. The Astros are through 4. Fromber is scoreless through 4. With a pair of strikeouts to boot. If I'm not mistaken, that was the first inning of his day. Or actually, I think that might have been now back-to-back innings for Fromber where he hasn't given up a hit, or a hard-hit ball. Yeah, that is indeed it. No, the flyout was hard hit. Nuts. But I'm waiting to see the expected batting average on it. I forgot that I am a dork. Way too early prediction. Who gets traded? I don't think... they're going to be a trading team this year. I don't think they're going to be mid. If you trade Fromber, I think it's a change of scenery. Like, I think it's you want someone else and they want Fromber. Okay, but I thought you were fully on the... Un momento. I'm going to pull up a receipt real quick. Because we're not saying that you think. Yeah, so if you're high on Cam Smith, then why are you saying even if there's a legit left fielder? Like, we theoretically in your mind. Also, I'm okay with them not having like an all-star caliber left fielder this year because you let the kid grow. Alec Boehm? Is he on an expiring deal? Or... But that doesn't really solve the problem, though. Yeah, because he's a third baseman. So, like, what would be the solution there? You put Boehm at second? Or... Like, listen, I like Alec Boehm a good bit, but I don't know what purpose he would serve. Like, he plays mostly DH, first and third. So I just don't know what purpose he would serve. If he could be a second baseman, yeah. But if he's a third baseman, it's just sort of... I don't know, you're spinning your tires there because you already have a third baseman in Paredes, and it's been very, very short sample size. It's been not even a full game yet. Could he be middle infield, though? Like, Paredes is moving well at third base, but he looks like he's a bit of a bigger guy to play middle infield. Like, Paredes is 5'11", 213. Like, I think he's a solid... Also, I don't think Dubon and King would get it done. Like, he had, what? A couple of innings last year? He had 26 innings, 2.39 ERA. He was great last year, but I don't think... like, one up-and-coming prospect pitcher... and a mid-tier utility man. Jake Myers is a hit, by the way, and his helmet rattled again. Which I'm going to point out until he wears a helmet that bloody fits. Like, I don't know. I don't really see the point in trading for... That's fair. No, I'm not even critiquing you. I'm just like that's not me saying like, oh, you're wrong or whatever. That's just me genuinely trying to figure out why that would be the choice. Dana's just said they cut down on guys that couldn't work counts and added grinders. That's what they needed to do, guys. Like, I'm not saying, oh, we gotta moneyball this, but eating away at pitchers is how you win games. Like, working deep into counts is how you win games. Because it's so like, baseball is the most backward sport. Because when you are on offense, Altuve, baby, on the board. Also, in case you were wondering, this is an Altuve jersey. I did get another one. Because I love that short little king so freaking much. He just makes me happy. I'm trying to think of, like, what else you could do in the... Honestly, I would rather trade for a right fielder. Like, if you're trying to trade someone for something to plug a hole, I would trade for a right fielder and move Altuve back to second. So it would be, who could you find in right that could legitimately pick up. You could pick up for a couple of pieces here and there. Also, you kind of got to keep Brian King because his numbers last year were fantastic, right? Take away everything else. Blackman retired, unfortunately. I would have loved Charlie Blackman, but he retired. He hung him up. I would have taken him in a heartbeat if he hadn't. Even now, though, that he probably would have been mid. Like, I still would have done that. I love that guy. The Brian King thing, though. You just traded away Ryan Presley, so you're not really at liberty to trade any more relievers. Like, you kind of need those guys now. And so... I'm trying to look at the roster right now for 2025. And, like, your pitchers. Down and away. The Astros have 2 men aboard. Brian King, Josh Hader. Brian Abreu. Taylor Scott. I think Taylor Scott could be solid again. Bloody love him. And he brings up a great... Corona, we're not thinking about this right now. Corona, it's game 1! We are an hour and 15 minutes into the season. We're not doing this. You bring up a great point. Down 0-2 in the count. Works at full. This is what you like to see. Fouls one back. Even if he makes an out here, the fact that he was able to force 4 to 5 more pitches out of this guy is worth it. It's what you need. You're digging into the pen. You're digging into the starting pitcher. Like, you're very likely in the first game going to knock their starter out. Rips one. Beautiful play. And... You kind of just gotta tip the cap there. That's a beautiful double play there by the Mets. I would rather crawl through broken glass than have Joey Gallo. Also, it's the end of the 4th inning, which means we open another pack. I know what you're probably thinking. God, I would love to know what's in the packs. Too bad. Oh, Bobby Witt Jr. How about that, boys? Bobby Witt. I don't know if stars of MLB are worth anything. Someone who knows cards, tell me if that's good. Also, I dropped my phone. We're so back. Got Ryan Thompson. A really good friend of mine is named Thompson, so that's a good card. Tommy Edman. Don't like the Dodgers, so that's a bad card. Got Brandon Lowe in the Rays City Connect jersey, so we're keeping that. Rhett Loader. Don't like you. The Miami Marlins team card, which is funny because the Marlins are terrible. Ryan Mountcastle, which is funny because Mountcastle is funny. We got Carlos Correa, which is pretty cool. Another Italian name, so we're just not... I'm just not going to... What if I call every Italian Mario for the rest of the season? I don't even take a run at the name. I don't even try. Like, what if that's what I do? I don't even attempt it. Oh, they're an Italian player? I'm not even going to try to guess that name. We got Mario Luigi. Every single Italian player is Mario Luigi now. And I know what you're thinking. And it's something about, is that not racist? It probably is. But it's against the Italians, which means it doesn't actually count as racism. Put that on a t-shirt. Two pitches out of the zone for Framber Valdez. So the count to Luis Angel Acuna is 2-0. Beautiful double play turn by him, by the way. That was a very solid play. I can't even be mad at the Mets. Grounds one. Pena gobbles. Weird little bounce there at the end. Nice play to stay with it there. And the Astros continue to grind away at it. Framber Valdez continues to grind away at it. Canes review. Oh my God, you're so right. Okay, so I went down to South Florida a couple weeks ago, and yeah, I went to South Florida, and there was a Canes nearby where we went, and I was like, we should go try Canes because I've never had that. Causing. He is causing so hard, Alex. You're so right. No, so I went for Canes, and listen, I did not get the full, like, large to-go cup of cane sauce, but I understand why people do. Because that was beautiful. Fly ball. Oh, off the glove of Cam Smith. And he'll be in for a double. It was a tough play. I wouldn't quite say bad play. It's not a great play, but it is what it is. He's a kid, guys. He is this is a child. How old is Cam Smith? Cam Smith is my age, guys. Everybody calm down. Everybody simmer down. Holy God. What is his date of birth? Everybody freaking calm down. All right? Give him a break. Gobbled up by Paredes. Throw across. Gets Lindor at first. Oh my God. Let's all give him a break, guys. Let's all calm down on Cam Smith. Let's all calm down on him. Bro is going everywhere but to here. Listen, I legitimately am thinking about trying to come to Texas at some point. Like this season. His jersey from his first MLB game is going to be completely brown. Not Yiner chirping Juan Soto. Not Yiner gunning down the Met and then chirping Juan Soto on the walk to the dugout. Oh, he nice with it? Boys, I don't think we've ever been more back. I don't think we've ever been more back, guys. Like, as a collective, I don't think they've ever been more back. Also, I'm sure that it was like a meaningful home run that Judge hit to make the Topps picture. Why does he look like a happy dad? Are you guys seeing this? He just looks like an upbeat father. And I don't get it. Like, it's such a half smile. He's just like, hey, how about that, guys, huh? How about your old man? Still knows how to slug him, huh? Like, it is the most goofy picture. Also, the fact that Hey Dudes got the Colt 45s and not the Astros is psychotic. I think the Astros saw a lot of the issues from last year, and they are working on them. And that's all you can beg for. That's all you can ask them to do. I think the issues were they did not have enough grinders, they were not getting deep into pens, and the defense was lacking. It was lacking at first, a big time. And, like, this might be one of the dumber things that I've ever said. Yusei Kikuchi has given up a hard hit ball on almost like 2 per inning, which is insane. No, I understand like the defensive spectrum is a thing, and first base is an easy position. Every single infield ground ball out has to go through first base. Like, you need a good defensive first baseman. And that value is undersold. And so now you're getting to a point where you fix that problem at first. It was such an issue with like the previous guys, whether it was Singleton, whether it was Jose Abreu. I think it was almost this year a move of just like, dude, we just need to lock it down when we're pitching. And that was just such a well hit ball. That's very unfortunate. Isn't the Astros infield pull hitters? Possibly. No, where I was going with this, you just needed a good calming presence over there because you haven't had one in a while. And I think Christian Walker can provide you that. You also got players in Paredes and Walker who are going to eat at counts, and that's important. It's an incredibly important part of this game. You lose Bregman, but you replace him with a guy who's going to do a Bregman-esque thing. You lose Tucker, but there is a guy who can do something similar and eat away at counts. You're losing the left-handed bats, which is hard. Like, if I'm not mistaken now, you have Yordan Alvarez as one of the only lefties in the lineup now. So if you can find a left-handed right fielder, I think that's the move. Yuli was the last anchor. Like at first, yeah. And even that, it was 2022 Yuli, not 23, not anything else than that. Or am I even misplaced there? Was it just postseason Yuli that was the anchor? Because if I'm not mistaken, wasn't 2020 like a horrid year for him in the regular season? But like he kind of found it again in the postseason? I love seeing Craig Biggio awkwardly stumble into his seat. That is a Hall of Famer. One of the best Astros of all time, and he's just awkwardly in his suit and tie trying to find his place. That's so beautiful. I love seeing these, like, heroes of the game have to be human beings. It's so funny. Listen, I've had some cold takes during my time here. The Abreu contract was one of the colder takes in hindsight, which is unfortunate because at the time it had all the makings of a good deal. And it just very, very didn't work out. Oh, one of the super cool things. Walker lines one. Beautiful catch there in left field. However, comma. Oh, Benny, you can't... Don't forget, I made the... No, because there was the Christian Walker video. Or not the Christian Walker. The Brian Abreu video and the Rafael Montero video almost back to back. Oh, God. What's funny is I just watched that video like 2 days ago. Because I was kind of trying to remember what I did in these. Diaz is feeling himself, and that's a good thing. Swaggy catcher. Gotta like that. I haven't made like an actual game recap video in so long. Today is going to be a adventure when it comes down to it. And we're just going to go with it. We're just going to see how it rolls. We're going to go. We're going to see. We're going to find out a little bit. Three-one count. The Astros doing a great job getting the pitches up here. Holmes. Bring back the whiteboard. It's right here. You guys can see it. Draws a walk. Yainer Diaz puts a man aboard. And are they going to the pen? It appears that they are making... What the Why did he tap the, like, lower part of his thigh? No, because it's just the you wouldn't last a second in the asylum I was raised, and it's just the whiteboard videos. God, the whiteboard videos are so Dang it. Integral to the channel here. Like, truly... the good old days of these videos. Who? In which game? He has 15 Ks. $13. Holy Lord. 13 Ks, 1 hit, no walks. 20 swings and misses. Okay, and where's the Mackenzie Gore card in here? I just saw you. I am very sorry, Mackenzie Gore. You are going out of 6. You are going out of the trashed pile, and you are going into the good pile. No, it's still 1-0 Nats. The Astros tank top is crazy, and I want one. Oh, they did. Bryce Harper did hit a home run. That's a diabolical reason to pull a guy. Incredibly bold of you to assume that I can remember that far. All right, so the Astros now have done their mission. They've gotten to the pen. Pena grounds one, just foul. I'm gonna move the chair here so I can prop my feet up a little bit. Yes. Was that not obvious? God, we're so comfy now. Like, legs kicked up. Got the cold can of suds next to me. It is just energy, I swear. Baseball jersey on the back. The shorts on. This is peak. We've reached summer, even though it is March. So Jeremy Pena now. It is a 1-2 count. Will he widen? Will he grind away at this? Oh, God, if I didn't know. If I did not know how many people watch these videos of, like, my close family. God, Grinder of the Game would be such a great award. However, comma. I do know some of my targeted audience, and I'm not making that joke here. Pena, skies one, and it will be caught for the final out of the inning. The Astros do not score when they had a little bit of an opportunity there. Alex, I will not be doing that. But they still take a 3-0 lead into the 6th inning, which means it is time for another pack of cards. As our star player, we have Ronald Acuna Jr., which I will put in the good pile because he is good. We have the Diamondback Team Celebration, Flying High. We have Jared Kelnick. We have Joey Ortiz, and half of his name has already rubbed off. Jose Barrios. Ernie Clement. Oh, we have National League leaders for RBI. Otani, Adames, and Machado. Have David Hamilton. Justin Verlander. How about that? Oh, I miss you. I love you. Logan Gilbert, who looks like Scooby, or not Scooby, Shaggy from the live-action Scooby-Doo movies. That's not an Italian name, but it has the energy of an Italian name, so I'm not going to try to read it. Have Tyler Phillips, rookie card, and a Jazz Chisholm 35th anniversary card. And that's pretty cool. It's a pretty neat-looking guy. That's a cool font on the back. And now I think there's only one question I can ask. You like jazz? I hate myself a little bit. But only a little. Alright, not a bad pull. Oh my god, Jeff Bagwell is also there. Do you think this is a legitimate question. Do you think Bagwell and Biggio actually like each other? Or are they just kind of like... Are they just forced to exist in the same space? Because it could be either at this point. Like, I would... If you told me that they, like, legitimately were super close friends, I would believe you. But also, if I was, like, told, oh, no, they hate each other. Like, Bagwell gives off general... Okay, that is See, here's the thing. That's the happier option. I think Bagwell just gives off general... He has extreme, like, RBF. Like, extreme. Did Bagwell ruin his reputation for playing GM? No! Altuve, I want Altuve mic'd up so bad. Oh yeah, no, I don't even think it's turned to tolerate. I still don't think those two like each other. Like, I still believe that they are not fans of one another. Like, I would definitely believe that Biggio and Bagwell are friends. I think Bagwell just gives off general, like, I am angry at the world face. And hearing the way that he views baseball, he definitely gives off just general crotchety old man vibes. And Bagwell does, or Biggio doesn't. Biggio gives off significantly higher, like, I'm just here to do my thing, man, vibes. Like, the moment that I realized I probably didn't love the way that Bagwell's mind works in terms of, like, Major League Baseball was when he was asked about, like, advanced numbers and sabermetrics, and he was like, yeah, that's a crock of... Basically was like, yeah, that's a crock of shit. I want those... I don't want to hear when I go into the dugout after I hit a hard line out. I don't want to hear, oh, you made good contact. I made an out. You know? And I don't think of that little flared ball that drops between the outfielder and infielder. I don't want to think of that as, you know, weak contact. That's a hit. That was the moment I'm like, oh, you don't understand the sport that you played, which is so disheartening because you were... That is what is disheartening for me, is when players who are genuinely great at the game and iconic genuinely just don't understand it even a little bit. Like, it kind of makes me upset. Did you hear about Did you hear about the Jazz Chisholm story about how they were... What the hell was that? That was the weirdest story I've ever heard. Like, that was so whack. Big swing and a miss there. Like, what was even the point of that? Yeah, no, I heard it. Like, what? I have so many questions for that story. That's Like, that is a cartoonish villain story. What happened to Jazz? Okay, but, like, maybe sit him down. That's just how that guy is. Like, that is his personality, and it's working for him. You're just being an asshole. Is this Fromber's last inning? Probably. They had to rip up his shoes and pour milk in them. I mean... If you get 6 innings out of Fromber that are scoreless, assuming you can get through this inning scoreless, I think you bring him out for the 7th. I think you bring him out for the 7th, but you give him the, like, hey, if you have a batter reach, you're probably getting pulled. And I think that's fair. Or, if he gives up a walk here, I think you really have to, like... take it into consideration. Seeing Yainer with more presence, but yo, Yainer is a different person. Ground ball, Pena over. Rogers to first. Double play. They're out of it. Fromberg guts it through. You're through 6 scoreless. He's at 81 pitches now. I think you throw him out there for the 7th, give him a 1-batter leash, and then pull him. I think that's the move. Give me Taylor Scott. I'm betting the house on Taylor Scott, baby. If it is Montero, you will see me actively lose my mind. You will actually watch me have a meltdown on live camera. Because I can tell you how that's going to go, and it is goodbye, lead. Bring to me my sweet Prince Brian King. One stream a week could be nice. I would not mind doing that. It's just going to depend on le schedule. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Scott Abreu hater. I could see that. I think you try. Ground ball. Unfortunately, there isn't out there. But hey, Cam Smith, he's chipping away. I'm gonna make videos this year, Corona. Brazaban? Oh, I was like, dude, give me a shot here. I wouldn't mind either weekly or like bi-weekly. It just depends. Because like, this is what I was getting at also with the work thing. I'm going to dial it back. This is going to go, I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant, or not rant, but like a run talking about the work thing and what happened. Because it was, yeah, I was also, by the way, I will get back to what I was going to say right after that. I was on Locked On one time. It was super fun. Like, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed being on it. I would definitely consider doing it again. If they asked me, I would do it again. Like, there's no question. So, like, hey, you guys should go hassle them again. It worked the last time. You guys pretty much just badgered them until they let me on. You guys should do it again. It'd be really funny. But, so, here is, and I say this to you all on account that this is pretty much the confidant. This is the OGs of the channel. It's the classics. Myers, another base hit. So last year, right, I'm not going to try to, like, go too uber deep, but also I'm going to be very blunt about everything. Right? I decide, while being broke is quite funny, I would like to not do that. So I got the funny little gig at the coffee shop. And it paid pretty nice for the hours that I was working, which weren't too terribly many. And I was like, yeah, I'll work mornings. It'll work out perfectly. It did not work out perfectly. And the videos were harder and harder to make because I was either very tired or they'd be coming like day after or what have you. Oh, no, not Starbucks, not Starbucks. I'm not. Give me a little bit of credit. I have some morality. He works at Dunkin'. No. Again, give me some credit. I work at the funny little place called Seven Baru. And so I get a funny little job there. And very quickly, I do this I do the age-old mistake. Which is I became important at work very quickly. And very, very quickly, I became a shift lead. I became a trainer in-house. So new hires that we had. And then right after that, they sent me on a trip, which is why I was in Michigan last year. You probably have my home address, Alex. Let's not lie. You've probably done that digging. I know at least 2 people in this chat right now have my home address. So, matter at hand. I was working a lot of mornings at first. Wait, Noah, you do 2, don't you? So 3. Because you had it for the Chaz jersey that you sent me. Benny has it. Brady has it. Wild. He's out, which is unfortunate. Myers trying to steal. Anyway, I'm going to open a pack, and then I'm going to finish talking about what happened. The MLB star for this one is Paul Skeens, which is obviously a good card. Doo-ba-doo. Andrew Abbott. Another Paul Skeens. Back-to-back Pauls. Connor Norby. Christian. That is definitely Italian, so once again, we're not going for it. Adrian Del Castillo. Joe Adele. Corey Lee. Oh my God. Ranger Suarez. Shea Whitcomb. All right, now we're cooking. And Ernie Banks. All right, Corey Lee's going in the good pile because that is funny. All right, we're cooking. It is good to see you too, my dear bud. All right. So, very quickly became important at work, and that is relevant to the story because I very quickly saw, like, physical, quick turnaround and reward for stuff. And this was, for so long... Yeah, he probably did. A slow grind, and like seeing that much that quickly was very nice, and it was fun, and I still like that a lot. I still very much enjoy what I do. I still very much like shift lead. I still very much like training. It's all great, but a lot of the like newness has definitely worn thin, and like I forgot how much I enjoyed being here and doing content creation. And the year progressed. I went on that training trip in September to October. And I'm realizing in real time, this is the first time I've had a chance to talk about it. So I was told when I went, and again, it was totally fine. Like, hey, there might be a week where you hit 60 hours. And I was like, hey, it is me going to a place to work. I have no other responsibilities. That's fine. No problem. And that is not what happened. There was 1 week where I did not hit 60 hours, and the other 3 that I was there, I did. And again, that was fine. But it was a lot. It was a lot. There was multiple 60s, probably a 65, a 73. Like, it was a busy month. And it was chill. But that was happening when the Astros, like, playoff run was happening. So I was physically unable to even steel myself for, like, the hour to make a video. And the season had ended. And at that point, I'd watched a little bit of the Jets, but they were disappointing again. I watched a little bit of the Rangers, but they were just kind of mid. And I was just, like, generally burnt out. And I wanted to take a break from everything. And I also very quickly realized, like, hey, at work I got burnt out. On the channel I got burnt out. I think I'm going to take a dial back, and I'm going to step back from the the Ranger and Jet stuff. And I want to just focus solely upon the Astros and solely upon baseball. And so that is my plan right now, is that I'm going to just, like, I will obviously, like, in jest right now talk about the Jets and the Rangers. And obviously the Jets are going to be a funny meme for forever. But by and large, it's just going to be Astros and probably baseball to an extent. But I was like, I want to just do that. But last season, it was... The Astros were mid. I was not getting the best of sleep for a while. I was getting rewarded there. This was still fun, and I still enjoyed it, but I was just not being able to set aside time for it. And the priority very temporarily changed. Because I was like, oh, this job should be the priority. And then my priority shifted again, where I'm like, wait, no, this is a massive part. And by this, I mean the channel and the Astros, the content creation, all of that, what I want to really focus on and do probably in the long term, which is still going to be around sports. I'm like, wait, no, the realization of, like, what I want to focus on and where I think my heart should lie is with this. And more things that had happened as I continue to, like, work there. It's a really fun thing for part-time. It's a really fun thing for, you know, year or two, maybe even 3. But I don't see a super long-term... Beautiful pitch by Fromber. He's through 7 scoreless. And we're not opening a pack because screw the 7th inning. Where I'm like, yeah, this is a temporary early 20s, have some fun job. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it was that realization where I'm like, my priority had changed, and I was like, I need to probably not with the channel. And then it struck me that it's something that I love. But last year with everything, my time management was terrible. My thought process of how I was going to fit the videos and watching the games and what have you around the work was incorrect. And now I have the time management better because I've lived it for a year. I fully changed how I do my job and, like, when I work. Because everyone there fiends to work morning shift and fiends to work opens and what have you. And I'm like, y'all, put me on them mids. Put me on those closing shifts. Because I prefer them generally. And that gives me a lot more freedom to make these videos. And also freedom to not get up at 4 in the morning for work, which is not the most fun. And so now I think I've settled everything. And I think I've cleared it up well enough that I can come back to doing this very, very consistently. Again, I'm sure there's going to be weeks where there's going to be some days that I have to do an open, or I have to go do this, or I have to do that. There are probably going to be points this season where there is just a series overview. And that's fine. But I don't think it's going to be last year where it's like one video a week and it's, I'm not going to lie, half-assed. Like, looking back at last season, I genuinely feel like I owe every single one of you an apology, because that was not good. And it's embarrassing to look back on it. Like, I very much was just making the videos because I felt like I probably should, and I wasn't putting the effort and care and love that I should be putting into them. And it was wrong of me. And I see that now. And I have that fire relit under me that I haven't felt in a while. And so I really think this season's going to be a lot more consistent and a lot more care and character put back into the videos, which I just didn't do last year. I think the first, like, 20 to 30 videos had it. And then after that, I just lost it. And it wasn't fair to anyone watching and giving time, like, to my videos to watch them. And it wasn't fair to me either, because I have a better, like, quality than that. I have better standards for myself, and doing that wasn't even good for me. I just did it. Here's the thing. I literally made videos when they sucked, and then as soon as they started to get better, I stopped. Which is why I never really let the, like, oh, he's a bandwagoner comments affect me. Because, like, by and large, that wasn't really what happened. Like, when they started to get good again was when I didn't. Had I not made videos for the first, like, third of the season, and then they started to get competent again, and then I come back, would have been a different thing. But Fortnite ad behind home. I'm going to jump off a bridge. Number 1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down. Get down. 10 kills on the board right now. Another station. And Tother. No, that is not typing. Also, have we considered that maybe Paredes is incorrect? No, is English your second language? Please, it's a joke, guys. I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. Do not cancel me. I'm finally coming back. Am I on Twitter? You mean X? Yeah, not really. I wouldn't mind being on there. I still have the Pena glasses. We need players with nicknames. Like, that's the thing right now. No one has, like, a nickname that I can easily get eyewear for. They got rid of a lot of the character hires, I'm not gonna lie. Because, like, Paredes? So it's Isaac Paredes. Paredes? I'm gonna get it right. Eventually. Cam Smith is called the Pickle? Well, I can do something with that. I do have a banana holder. Parade? Is it Paredes? Jordan, foul. Not foul, just whiff. Unfortunate. Listen, all I'm saying is that a Jordan home run right now would feed families. I mean, I have a red polo shirt. I could definitely do a Like a Good Neighbor, Jake. Like a Good Neighbor, Rake Farms is there. I'm gonna have to do that now that I've come up with that bit. That's gonna have to be there. Jordan draws a walk. The Astros will have a man aboard with one out. Look at all the happy little Altuve jerseys there. What? Red Polo Weston. Red Polo Cup. Red Polo Weston is added to the chat, apparently. See, that's the thing. We're back. Cam shots? That's definitely something, like, inappropriate, and I'm just too stupid to understand it right now. We are winning Suns. Why, yes, William. They, in fact, are. It's crazy. Kind of beautiful. Please, Christian. My dear friend Alex needs to be fed. Ground ball. Gobbled. Throw to first, second. No shot at getting the double play. The Astros do get one out of it. I don't know what Cam Shots is wordplay for, Mr. Corona. I am innocent, and you are making me say things that I'm sure are not good. I'm going to instead just oogle my Jose Altuve card and be happy. That is a great question. If the Astros end the game at like 5-7, I might. I might pause the video making for like a little bit and come over. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to doing that. It would be funny, though, because I definitely told Adriel early in the week, hey, I'm going to be busy, I can't do it. And then showing up would be kind of like, why are you here? Imagine Dragons? Any shot at a Weston in Houston this season? I would legitimately like to. It just depends. Like, I would not be opposed to it by any means. I threw it out to a friend of mine and was like, hey, how would you feel about possibly doing a funny little Houston adventure? So I'm going to see how he feels. But I don't know. Chaz in. Oh, boys, it's time. Oh, tomorrow's is on Apple? That's so stupid. That honestly is okay, though, because I'll be at work. I'm definitely going to just, like, steal my work's radio and put the game on. I close with one person. No one can stop me. Anyway, I'm going to make a point. What's funny is I barely know this person, but someone posted cherry tomatoes on their social, and I despise... Oh, I could do more. I need a cup to do the Javier bit. What's my point about what, Alex? I'm talking about anything. Nothing here makes sense anymore. No, I'm such a hater of cherry tomatoes that despite the fact that I barely know this person, I'm tempted to send something to their account just bashing cherry tomatoes. Like, I need you all to understand my hatred of cherry tomatoes. Ground out there for out number 1 off of a 4-seam fastball by Brian Abreu. There is 1 pitch and 1 out for him. McCormick! Let's go! Chazzy Fizz is in right, baby. We're so back. Alex, tomatoes in general are terrible. Cherry tomatoes are just worse. The only way that you can make a tomato good is if you make it into a sauce. That is it. I mean, he saw a big league game last year. So, like, maybe? Anyway, I want to call out something on the set that has changed. There is a Garrett Stubbs cup up there now. And the context of how I acquired this cup is hilarious. Because I have some dear friends of mine whose family lives in Philly. And while they were visiting them, they went as a family to a Philadelphia Phillies game. And they happened that day to acquire a Garrett Stubbs walk-off game winner cup souvenir. And so I walk in. Keep in mind, I'd known this couple for a minute. I'd known the man better than his girlfriend. And so I walk in, you know, it's the first time I'm at their home. This is the first time they ever brought me in. I'm like, oh, hey, blah, 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 blah. And we're there, we're chilling. And I look on their kitchen counter and I'm like, holy hell, you have a Garrett Stubbs cup. And they're like, what? And I'm like, it's Garrett Stubbs. Keep in mind, I don't think his name is on the outside of the cup. I think it's on the inside when you read about it. And I'm like, oh my God, it's a Garrett Stubbs cup. I freaking love Garrett Stubbs. And they're like, what? And I'm like, it's Garrett Stubbs. I love Garrett Stubbs. And they're like, are you insane? And I'm like, dude, I will give you $20 for this cup. And they're like, dude, you can just have it. It's not that deep. Out number 2, strikeout there off of a slider by Brian Abreu. And I was like, oh my God, you'll just let me have the cup? And they're like, dude, it's some random ball player. Why do we care? And I'm like, well, you got it there. And then I forgot it 3 times before they finally gave it to me. So it took me 3 times at their house before I finally remembered it. But I also acquired it basically because I was just like, random ball player? I love that guy. Again, watch me pull a Garrett Stubbs in one of the remaining 2 packs. Way outside for Juan Soto. As it is now an 0-2 count, or 2-0 count to Juan Soto. Dude, when I call her perfect instead of Garrett Stubbs. My bad. No, because you ever look up statistics of like players that you idolized, and then you see how bad they were, and you're like, oh. But I thought, oh. Like, it's incredibly disheartening. If you show me an anime photo of myself, I might jump off a cliff. I am so tempted. But I will hold off. Ooh, close pitch. Good hold up there by Pete Alonso. It's a 1-1 with a man on first. Let's see if down low. Pause. Delivers right in the zone. You will not test me. I mean, you will. And you'll win. I'm not going to do it, but... Holds up, full count. Dude, I'm so happy to do this again. We really just be watching some baseball. Like, we really are just back. Good, your stolen valor is no longer yours. I'm not even a Texans fan, and I'm mad for you. Like, that's how stupid that stuff is. All right, full count to Pete Alonso. Delivers. Oh, just outside. It was definitely a ball, but God. So close. All right, 2 men aboard, 2 outs. Here we go, boys. Gotta dial in here. Pizza. Not even a question. And I love Firehouse Subs. But, pizza. The Astro overalls are beautiful. Beautiful. All right. 0-2. Abreu. Big moment here. With the tying run at the plate. Tries to get him to bite with a slider and holds up. Little Caesars is great if you hate yourself. Ball bounces. Can't be corralled. Runners will move up. 2-2 count now. Okay, I think I have. But I don't know. Foul back. Okay, I have seen them. They're not nearly as good as the old ones. Like, their original City Connect jerseys I thought were great. Like the gray with the cherry blossom. Oh my god! I don't totally hate what they did, but they're not as good as the old ones. Oh my god! Base is loaded. Now for Brian Abreu. As Brandon Nimmo, a very good contact hitter. You leave him in, guys. You leave him in. Why are you pulling him? You don't put a new pitcher in this situation. You ride it out. Oh, we're so back. We're so back. Oh my god, we're like so back. We're so back. I'm gonna... Don't make me go mental on back-to-back opening days, guys, against a New York opponent. Because I will. Lines one. Center field... Myers is there for the out. They're through the inning. Ah! We're good. We're good. We're good. We're so great. We're dialed. Oh my god. Okay. I like the move of having him stay in. Like, that's the correct move in my opinion. Now, it worked, which is good. I was unsure. Angels are destroying the... Are they? not the Angels. The White Sox? Are they now? Who? All right, what did old Skeens do today? Only gave up 2 runs in only 5 1/3. Trash. They should sell that guy to the Houston Astros. Baltimore is winning 12-2. Boba. Oh, George Springer went 0 for 3. Is George Springer cooked? Like, he's got to be, right? Which is very disheartening. I don't even know if he's up to bat or close to it, but Bregman's definitely going to be hitting the... Oh my god. Willer Abreu with a 3-run shot in the top of the 9th inning to give the Red Sox a 5-2 lead over the Texas Rangers. That is so very unfortunate for them. The Washington-Philly game is surprisingly good. Yeah, so I think it's safe to say after not even a full day of baseball returning, the season is already insane. Dude, imagine getting the White Sox as your first game of the year and you get absolutely, like, destroyed. That's crazy. Like, that could not be me. Never bet on someone else. Listen, I thought the Angels were at least slightly competent, but they might not be. Pena fouls one back. Are we going to be able to see my beautiful king, Chas McCormick, in this game? Is he batting next? He is batting next. All right, boys. Some Chazzy Fizz action here. Hit there by Jeremy Pena. What if Chas McCormick hits the first home run of 2025 for the Houston Astros? Like, what if I simply asked that question? If I simply float that in the ether. They call me the noticer. The scrupulous man, to be honest. All right, boys. That is Chas McCormick. He's so back. Come on, bud. I believe in you. I am going to jump into the abyss. Bro, why is Chaz the whipping boy? Why can't he do anything? Why won't you trust him? This is anti-McCormick rhetoric, and I just don't appreciate it, man. It just makes me upset. Like, that's a stand-up guy. That Chas McCormick fella. He's a stand-up guy. He's a nice guy. That guy, he'd hold the door for you. He would. He'd hold the door for you. Alex, shut up. Like, Chas McCormick holds the door open for people. Chas McCormick tips 20% even when the service wasn't that good. Chas McCormick stubs his toe and just goes, well, shouldn't have walked that close to the table. He doesn't blame the table like we all do, because he's a better guy than we are. And yet, he is not allowed to live a happy life. He is forced to bunt. Joe Espada, more like Joe is Dusty Baker. Jake Myers will be getting an RBI base hit here. Like, it's happening. Because like a good neighbor, Rake Farms is there. Down low. Where is he? Oh my god, he's there. Lance looms. Question of the day, fellas. Does Lance pitch this year? Unfortunate. All right. Second to last pack, boys. We're out of the hell that was the 7th inning. We have Jose Ramirez as the star card. Kyle Schwarber. We've got Cade Pivich. Dansby Swanson. Giancarlo Stanton. That's going right in the trash. Cole Ragans. Miles Michaelis, which might be going in the most keep pile of all time. Drew Romo. Reese Hines. Hunter Green. Willie Castro. And Chris Bassett. Not a great set of pulls there. Not a great set of pulls there, boys. But Miles Michaelis, oh my god, what a stash on that fella. Like, what an absolute stud that guy is. We're gonna put Miles Michaelis. Where can you go? Like, oh my god, what a stash. Truly a man amongst men. Ignore the fact that he had a 5.35 ERA last year. Altuve with a mustache would be the worst thing I've ever seen. Can I put you in this? No. What if I put you... Dang it. I want to find a place to put him. So I assume this is Josh Hader, which is the dumbest thing I've ever said. Yep. Altuve with a handlebar would have less aura. All right, Hader. Here we go. That does make me a little bit happy. But how long ago was that? Reds, dude. Penn's going to come to haunt them. It's unfortunate. Can I put you... Will you stay if I put you there? There you go. We're going to put Miles Michaelis right there. That's a beautiful spot for him. Who else do I want to put there? It can't be any of the real cards that we have. They have to be the meme. Come on. Gotta have someone else funny in here. That's a base hit for Starling Marte, which is not great. Where did the one card go? Why did I not keep it in the good pile? I wanted that one. I say now. There we go. Dingler. That was the guy I was looking for. You can go next to Miles Michaelis on the wall. Fouled back, 1-1 count. And if there is another funny person, they can also go there. I hope that I'm making someone who is like a passionate card collector incredibly angry with that. Because I will be ruining both of those cards. But it's really funny to me. Not the ruining part, just the putting them there in general. Oh yeah. Oh wait. Who's someone that I do not care about? I cannot wait to make a meme about this person and then immediately have them break out. Another base hit. That one to Altuve. Gets it in play quickly. I've never seen Jose Altuve run from, like, a far distance. That is hilarious. Eloy Jimenez. Yeah, I want to make sure that he, like, I gotta do this to prime it before I put him under there. That way he fits better when I curve the card. And he'll sit better. No, but like it's supposed to be, it's curved. It's like, it's curvature. So 1-1 count now. Read the number on the back. What number on the back? Beautiful. See, I'll unbend it. Number 90. See? Now it's unbent. That wasn't so hard now, was it? Not even a crease in the card. Bet you feel goofy now. O2 count. Fouled back. It's Eloy Jimenez. Eloy Jimenez sucks. I don't envy the fact that we are in this situation. Oh my god! The more things change, the more they stay the same. Josh Hader, still ahead in the count. It is a 1-2 count. It is a 2-2 count. I need it out. I need a singular out. Foul ball. Two count. You are facing their 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th guy. He's 0 for 3 today, guys. This is not rocket science. Fill the zone. He is their 8th hitter. Fill the zone. Am I speaking Slovakian? Bro, it's not. That wasn't even close to the zone. Like, he reached for that pitch. Still 2-2. Pleading with you on my hands and knees. In the dirt. Dude! Full count. You can't turn this lineup over. You cannot go. Foul back. You can't turn the lineup over. Like, you're going to have to pretty much unless you get an out and a double play. But, dude, you can't give their line. I understand it's the Mets and Lol Mets and everything. Dude, they're good. They're good now. They're competent. They're a good team. You can't be doing this. You're playing with my emotions. We're so back, boys. We're so back. We're dialed. We're so back. Oh my God. It appears the correct option would have been leaving Fromber in for 170 pitches. Listen, I am a notorious Fromber critic. Like, a notorious Fromber critic. Fromber, in 7 innings, had 90 pitches. It has taken the bullpen 46 to get through 1 inning and whatever the 9th has been. And you now have bases loaded to the 9th hitter. That wasn't even a strike. Like, you get a strike call there, but it wasn't. It was outside. So, like, I'm happy because you got it, but also, fouled back. 0-2. Wake up. Begging you. 0-2. You've got to get an out here. You've got to get an out. And I'm doing the white girl thing on TikTok, where I clap and say my words. That's how bad it's gotten already. It's 1 game, guys. Oh my God, they fired up the pen. Oh my God, they fired up the pen. Oh my God. Oh, 2. Swing and a miss. Hader gets in out. Thank God. Fouled back by Lindor. Dude, Angry Cole was unbelievable. Like, that was a demon mode pitcher. So unbelievably good. Lindor, bases loaded. 1 out. Did he go? He does not. It is 1-1. Lindor, who currently sits 0 for 4 on the day. You have him in an even count. Juan Soto batting with the bases loaded and 2 outs is my legitimate, like, nightmare. Oh, man, like, just... you know, there was a little bit of trauma that 2019 didn't, like, milk out of me. It pretty much got everything else, but it didn't quite get that bit. So, you know, that would just be so befitting. Dead center, camped under it, caught, Myers, throw in. He's gonna be safe at home, so the shutout bid for game 1 is over, and they move up to third. However, there is now 2 outs. More importantly, the tying run did not get a chance to move up. So theoretically, you could give up a base hit here and still have a lead. But also, please, love of God, don't do that. Juan Soto now bats. Dude, you know the craziest part of baseball is, like, you're going up to bat, you're going up to, like, run the bases, and you just have shit in your pockets. Like, can you imagine? That's wild. Like, you just have stuff. Like, baseball is the least sport, and I mean that in the best way. Okay. 2-0 count to Juan Soto. We're going to have bases loaded. We're going to have bases loaded for Pete Alonso. Yes, he does. Every time. It's going to be bases loaded to Pete Alonso. Oh my God, right? Like, oh my God. Like, holy crap, right? It's happening again. All right. Puts 1 in the zone. It's gamesmanship. Like, you put 1 there, just hoping. Dude. Full count. Can Hader battle back from this? Can he fight his way and somehow get out of this inning with only 1 run? Soto's choked up on the bat. He goes. The Astros, despite loading the bases in the 8th inning and loading the bases in the 9th inning, escape with a win. Was it pretty? Not really. Was it good? Well, it was for 7 innings. Am I confident in literally any part of this team? Not particularly. But we have one more pack of cards to open. And I got Nolan Arenado in the last pack. It's a sign, guys. He's coming home. Has he ever even visited here? Anyway. Oh my God, it's Francisco Alvarez. He's the one that made the song, right? Kyle Harrison. Yu Darvish. Interesting. Shea Lagliers. Tanner Scott, Mitch Keller, Ryan Bliss, cool name. American League RBI leaders. Francisco Lindor card. Ooh, a Francisco Lindor home field advantage card. That's interesting. And a Roberto Clemente. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Well, boys, after all of this, we finally made it home. The comeback has emerged. We're back. I do think I'm going to have to go run a quick errand. Video should be out around like 8:39 Eastern. So we'll see how it goes. But until then, guys, legitimately, I'm so unbelievably happy to be back. And we're going to have a good run of it this year. And we are so unbelievably back. And so are the Astros giving us heart palpitations. But, you know, we'll deal with that in due time. That's not today's problem. That's future our problem. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Adios. Let's go.